Pisces, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome back to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Pisces, I'm going to be doing your reading for the month of December, and this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. If this reading does resonate with you, let's talk about it in the comments. How about that? Dear Pisceana and Pisceanos, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge and get some final advice for you. I will also close this reading for the month of December with the special card of the animal spirit and the meaning of it and what is it that you need to know. Dear Pisces, I would like to extend my genuine gratitude and thankfulness to each and every one of you for making my community and my channel full of love, warmth, and generosity. Do you see how excited I get when I get into your readings? The cards are like literally... I saw the High Priestess falling down. When the High Priestess falls down, this is about you trusting your intuition, okay? Trusting your intuition and your spirituality. Let's get into this, dear Pisces. We want some nice, thick Ace of Wands. Okay, so your challenge in the month of December is the Hierophant, dear Pisces. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Cups. Your challenge here has a lot to do with commitment. Okay, commitment here, the Hierophant. This is about a, partnership, relationship, marriage, establishment, engagement, wedding. But this has a lot to do with committing. Who are you committing to? Is there a challenge here for you to commit or recommit to somebody? We're going to get back to this and we're going to clarify just to see why this is your challenge in a minute. In the recent past, dear Pisces, you have the Three of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. I feel like here in the recent past, you were dealing with somebody that there was a lot of happiness, okay? A lot of clarity, a lot of happiness. You could have dealt with the fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, possibly a Cancer. I feel like here somebody here walked out of this connection. A runner. This is what I'm getting. Runner, kind of somebody who was playing around. We're going to get back to this and clarify this shortly. In the present moment, dear Pisces, you have the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and the Page of Pentacles. A lot of you do still care for this person a lot, and there is an opportunity here to have a brand new beginning. And this brand new beginning that could start with this person, dear Pisces, has a lot to do with basically reevaluating and reestablishing new foundations, because the Page of Pentacles is all about foundations, right? Tangible stuff like spending time, visibility and things like that, and something more tangible, something more physical. We're going to get back to this and we're going to clarify this shortly. In the near future, you have the Chariot, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. There is a strong sense of direction and clarity that's coming in towards you. The Chariot here is like, let's go. Let's go for it. Let's do this. You want to have a chat? Let's talk about this, okay? And what this is going to actually lead to with the Ten of Pentacles, this is about, family. This is about, like I said, literally the challenge is the Hierophant, right? Commitment. And a lot of you, I'm not saying right away marriage or whatsoever, but this is what you truly want with this person. So there could be a conversation here surrounding planning about the future where you and this person would want to end up being right there. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is the Nine of Cups, the Moon, and the Six of Cups. There is a lot of memories in regards to this person, definitely a lot of nostalgia. And we're going to be having the full moon in Gemini on the 4th of December, and it's all about communication. So I feel like there's going to be back and forth communication and talks going on. Now, again, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. I feel like here, this is somebody that you already know from the past, okay? Six of Cups, a past person here that you're very well aware of. Now, let's get into your reading and let's get into the clarification. And as I'm splitting the deck, literally the Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck. And there you go, the Ace of Wands. Tell me about it. We get really excited for Pisces reading. Okay, so let's clarify the Hierophant for you. You could be dealing with the Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Leo, Aries. Okay, some of you is Sagittarius. So dear Pisces, the Hierophant is clarified by the Chariot, the Six of Swords, and the Hierophant again. Your slay. Slay. You know what I'm saying? S-L-A-W. W-Y. I'm sorry, why? Okay, so Queen of Cups is you. Queen of Cups represents Pisces energy here, there is definitely a turning point. Your challenge here in the month of December is definitely about commitment. And this is just very obvious here, you know? So a lot of you, the Chariot here is, again, you definitely want to move forward with this person and you want to heal, okay? Leaving the past. You see, being here on a body of water, these people on the boat are living on this side of the water where it's very choppy, where it's very wavy. On the other side of the water, it's very peaceful, it's very calm, there is serenity, there is tranquility. So there is a desire here to move from the chaos, from the past. And you have the Chariot here showing up as part of your challenge, which is also in the near future. So there is a let's go type of an energy here. Let's move forward with this. And I think that, excuse me, sprinkle, sprinkle, this has a lot to do with commitment. This has a lot to do with moving towards commitment, okay? And in order for you to do that, there has to be a realization that there has been a healing done, an amount of healing. There is a mother and a child. Somebody here has done some sort of a healing within themselves and they're ready to move towards you. Now, in the recent past, the Three of Cups, dear Pisces, is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Three of Swords. For some of you, there could have been a very hasty decision and a conversation that ended things with this person, okay? Somebody here maybe rushed into saying something, with the Page of Swords. Usually Page of Swords, they just say stuff and they're not really thinking about it. And this caused some sort of a heartbreak between you and this person. There was a lot of clarity and happiness until a certain point. There could have been also possibly a third-party situation which kind of affected this relationship. And the third party could be anything from like a family member to friends, co-workers, whatsoever. Definitely an external influence or an event or a situation that caused you and this person to separate from each other. Ace of Swords here in the recent past. Let's clarify that. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Justice, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands and the Tower at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you and this person might have tried in the past to build something here again, but there was a distance here that was created between you and them. Something here was not right. Something here was out of balance, okay? And I'm getting here a travel plan. Somebody here was constantly in and out of this connection or being on and off with you. And you have the Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands is somebody that could be kind of in and out, or they could be really having some commitment issues here, okay? So in the recent past, the Knight of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, is clarified by the Hanged Man, the Hierophant, High Priestess, and the Knight of Wands. So you were really, really feeling the spiritual connection. This is you, by the way. The Hanged Man is the card of a Pisces. Okay, Neptune, dream, vision, clarity, being very different, non-conformist, fighting for humanity, love, and equality. You did have this spiritual connection with this person. I feel like here for a lot of you were hurt by them, and the way that this person left this connection, the way that things ended between you and them, this is the wounded soldier. It did cause a lot of pain and agony for a lot of you. But also at the same time, it really awakens something within you because you have the High Priestess and the Hanged Man. Those are very spiritual cards right here. And I've told you before, you are one of the most, if not the most spiritual, most psychic, intuitive sign of the zodiac. So I feel like a lot of you really started seeing the spiritual connotations, connections, and being able to really understand what is it that the universe and your higher self was teaching you in this situation, even though this person abandoned and walked away. Okay, so in the present moment with the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords is a very analytical queen. I feel like you might be not a male-female energy. Not a male-female, not a gender specific. It's an energy. So the Queen of Swords, dear Pisces, is talking about you just being very clear on what you want to do with this person. And I think there is still a lot of care with the Empress here, okay? When you have a lot of care for this person in your heart. The Queen of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the King of Swords. Somebody here is coming back. Somebody here is returning back from the past. And I do strongly feel like here that for you in the present moment, you don't have enough clarity for you to enter into this relationship. There might be something that is possibly blocking you from talking to this person. You are the Knight of Cups. That is the water energy, Pisces. Something's blocking, and then there is blocking the communication. Maybe it's not the right moment, maybe it's not the right time right now, but I feel like when this situation appears and happens in the month of December, A situation here that, you have the death card, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. A situation here that you thought maybe it was a done deal, it was gone, that was it, that was the ending of it. There is going to be an opportunity here where you don't see coming with the Three of Pentacles to actually build this connection, because there is also the Lovers. So when the Lover shows up, this talks about that there is still a lot of love that exists at the bottom of this connection. Things ended between you and this person. With the Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords. Because of some sort of a conflict here that happened between you and this individual, okay? Something here came to an end. A conflict, an argument, misunderstanding here. But there is still a lot of love that exists between you and them. The Empress in the present moment, I feel like that you do have a lot of care for this person. You could be moving very slowly. Clarified by the Ten of Swords, the World, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so even though you thought that this situation was it was done, but there is clarity and there is conversation. Okay, there was a moment when a lot of you were like, I'm done. I'm very hurt by this situation. Whatever happened, this is over. But there is an Ace of Swords that's coming out. There is a conversation that is going to happen in regards to this ending, in regards to this situation that ended between you and this person. And you are dealing with the King of Wands here. Okay, somebody here wants to talk. Somebody wants to have a conversation. They want to have a dialogue and conversate with you, dear Pisces. And this dialogue here that's going to be happening for you in the near future has a lot to do with the Page of Pentacles. What are the plans? What is the foundation that you both actually can work it out? The Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Strength, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. As I said earlier, and the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. As I said earlier, you could be dealing with the Leo, Strength, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. There is definitely going to be a moment of contemplation. Somebody here has been doing a lot of thinking within them before they're making an offer, before they're talking to you. And this has a lot to do with the fact that there is history between you and them. Okay, there is history. Seven of Pentacles, dear Pisces, indicates somebody that has built all these seven pentacles and they're thinking, what's next? So obviously, if you thought this situation was over, that was complete, gone and done, there is still contemplation. There is a continuation going on. It's like the to be continued part 2. Okay, and it's been a struggle. It's been a lot of struggle. This might be somebody that maybe either has a big ego or they have a big personality, but they do want to initiate these opportunity here to move forward. The Chariot here, this is the let's go card. Okay, so let go. Let's talk about the Chariot for you in the near future, dear Pisces. Very intriguing reading, by the way. So the Chariot is clarified by the Four of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Let go. Okay, could be dealing with an Aquarius also, the Star. So there is hope. Okay, the Star talks about the wish, the hope, and a manifestation coming true. Four of Wands, marriage, relationship, homecoming, celebration, and an offer. And it just depends on how open you and this person are going to be moving towards, how much open you guys are to move towards the Four of Wands, to move towards that reunion, that family or that relationship dynamic that existed before. So there is a decision here that needs to be made and finalized with the King of Swords. Okay, so let's talk about the King of Swords. What is this decision about and how is this going to unfold? What do you need to know? The King of Swords is clarified by the King of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Cups again. This is somebody from the past, definitely a very strong soul connection. I feel like here in the near future, this decision here has a lot to do. First of all, I want to mention that many of you know, dear Pisces, I didn't just wake up and just shuffle them cards. You all know I mastered this thing. The King and the Queen, both of them are looking completely different directions. Do you know why? Because there is the Ten of Wands in the middle. There is a baggage, there is a luggage that was supposed to be dealt with and then left at the TSA. You know what I mean? But this has been coming up in the near future. So avoiding this conflict, avoiding this heaviness and this situation is not going to lead you and this person to have this commitment here, which is the Hierophant. That's why the King of Swords here is showing up. It is about a face-to-face conversation. In tarot, you don't always see everyone's frontal face, frontal department. But this is the king that's sitting on a chair with the sword in their hand. That means sword represents talking, conversation, speech. And that's why there is going to be this opportunity for you, the king and the queen, to actually deal with this situation. It could be two kings, two queens. Take it as a resonance respectfully, right? To deal with this situation, to deal with this heaviness and let it go, okay? Now, and then this could lead to this union here with the Ten of Pentacles, which I said earlier, which can lead to this dynamic of family, soulmate, connection here, happiness. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Devil, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. This is a situation here that has been very difficult to walk away from. Even though you thought it was toxic, it was unhealthy, the attraction, the Devil talks about a strong bond. Okay, there is an offer coming in from the person that walked away from you, or maybe that you decided to walk away, right? There is a turnaround, there is a U-turn. There is a U-turn that's going to be happening, and this is going to lead to commitment here for you and this person. I will also emphasize, dear Pisces, that with the Devil here, there is something that might be unhealthy that needs to be addressed. Whether that's compulsive behavior, smoking, drinking, toxic people around you. You know, I've mentioned this a few times, many times actually, for you in the reading. Make sure you're not allowing toxic people to come in to deplete and to drain your energy, okay? Now let's get into your advice and see what is it that you need to know. What is the advice for my Pisceanas? What do you need to know? All that. some sassy shit out there. I manifested this Ace of Wands. I said Ace of Wands. I said we were going to have some thick Ace of Wands in the very beginning of the reading. You got it. I want it. I got it. Gee, thanks. Just manifest it. I see it. I want it. I smell it. Oh, Pisces. I love your reading. It's so good. So your biggest advice, you're the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, looking at the Ace of Wands, and you have the Star. She's all naked. Aquarius energy. Okay, so for your biggest piece of advice, dear Pisces, is literally, you can see her head, right? Let me just put it this way. It is about you recognizing the passion that exists between you and this person. You know you want this person. You know this is something that you truly, truly desire and crave for. Get ready and make room for what's happening, for what's coming up, because definitely the month of December is where you and this person are going to have an opportunity here to work something out together. You know, it has to come down to really just identifying what is this chapter here that we need to let go and put the past behind us and move forward, because this here with the Chariot is the let go card. Both of you are moving forward. Both of you are moving towards a new direction. There is a sense of purpose. There is an intention here in the relationship. So identifying the intention, the goal, the end goal here for you and this person is going to be very helpful for you and them to also resolve the communication issues and be on the same page together, okay? So this is your advice. And now, finally, for the 12th zodiac sign, my cutie patootie Pisceanas, I'm going to be pulling one card for you for the animal spirit. What is the animal spirit for my Pisces? You have the dragon and it shows the eye. Okay, I'm going to read a short description of what this means for you. Dragon. You could be a dragon feeder. We don't slay dragons. We slay frequencies and them, fears and doubts, but we actually feed dragons. That's who you are. You a dragon feeder, okay? Dragon. Okay, so it's this round thing. The round symbol. Thing. Here, dragon. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. I'll talk about that in a second. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this important energy, omnipresent, omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride. And as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is a dim. Agni is a dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon steal the embers of intelligence within you. Basically, right? So this has a lot to do with your third eye chakra. That's what I'm getting. Your Christ consciousness that you're gaining, your consciousness is expanding. You're starting, Pisces, to see things from a higher, heightened level of consciousness. Your mind is opening up. You're shifting internally. And you're ruled by the Neptune, okay? And that is a very spiritual, imaginary, visionary, creative, artistic energy, planetary energy that you embody. You're somebody that you see the depth of everything. You're somebody that you see the emotion, the feeling behind even a wall. You know what I'm saying? So this is about you just recognizing that we all came from the source. We all came from the eye, from the source that's watching us. We are part of the source, the consciousness, from the one. All is one. All is mind. When you read the Kabbalion. Okay, so it's just a message here for you to remember that we're part of each other, we're all connected, and this is just a part of your lesson here. Like I said, you definitely had some sort of a spiritual awakening, like a deep spiritual awakening because of these circumstances and situations that happened in the past, and it has catapulted you into some sort of a new direction. So, dear Pisces, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. I hope that this reading helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.